What's going on, team? I am making this um, video on my iPad. I think the voice is a little bit more, and I've been using my iPad a little bit more to kind of trade, so I can be in a more kind of relaxed state and chill out with my family a little bit more while I got the charts up waiting for a trade. Therefore, I can talk to my family more and kind of focus on that as well as trading. But yeah, today's recap was an interesting day, right? So jumping into it, I just wanted to start off by saying today is Thursday, the 6th of November. And with that, we're pretty bearish on the whole day. I mean, this is a 4 hour time frame, and you can just see that we are just ripping down. Um, what's interesting is that we did print two fair value gaps here. So if we do a fib extension from this high to this low, we can see, this is the high that caused that whole leg down, if that makes sense. We can see that equilibrium has not been hit. But again, price can still balance out using fair value gaps, right? So that's why I have this 4 hour fair value gap marked, which is here. And jumping into the smaller time frame, on the 1 hour time frame, we have within this 4 hour fair value gap, this 1 hour fair value gap here, right? So what is interesting about this trade is that I was definitely bearish on the day, but I flipped my bias because we were just ripping through this 1 hour fair value gap, and I wanted to see some sort of bearish intent, right? So you can see here that we this is kind of pre-market here, and then when London session opened, this indicator is wrong actually, because it opens at 9 o'clock. So London opens at 9 o'clock. So as you can see here, this candle here, we had a bullish move up, all the way up, heading into this 4 hour fair value gap, right? Which is what we talked about before. This 4 hour fair value gap, which price tapped into. And not only that, but a 1 hour fair value gap with which price did not kind of respect at all. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. So I was bearish on the day until I saw that on that move up, we made this 5 minute gap here, which is this move up. So this whole move up. So I wanted to see that get flipped, right? Which we got some nice momentum down here. We got some nice momentum down. But it just wasn't enough. Like, this is such a huge fair value gap here, and it just wasn't enough. Like, price wasn't kind of chasing for more to fill in this whole 4 hour fair value gap to kind of it's looking for more. Like, we're still in this bullish state, right? So, and what confirmed that for me was that we had this huge push up through this bearish 5 minute gap, which was here, right? So initially we had a 5 minute fair value gap, which was formed here. And we also had this fair value gap that I wanted to flip, because this was the biggest fair value gap out of all these ones here. Which if we had bearish intent, I do think that we shouldn't have balanced here. We should have at least closed below here, and a nice retest back into this big zone, and to continue to take out these journal liquidities down here. So again, when we pushed through this bearish fair value gap, it turned into an inverse, right? So price is starting to make its way up, and I am looking for a push into either this 5 minute inversion fair value gap or this 5 minute fair value gap, which price, I don't know if you see that, this 5 minute gap here, which was made on this whole move up, breaking through this 5 minute bearish fair value gap, making it inversion, and therefore a 5 minute fair value gap was created. So I just wanted to see a pushback into either one of them to target a 1 to 2, but ideally my idea was that we would rally up to fill in equilibrium, as we still had an unmitigated 4 hour fair value gap, which is here. So um, with that in mind, I did have a bias, and I had my thought process kind of there. Again, it was just a 1 to 2, wasn't targeting anything very seriously, just because we were in a bearish POI with both the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame being bearish, right? So yeah, so we get that tap back into that 5 minute fair value gap here. Unfortunately, it was not the inversion, which is okay. I mean, a 5 minute fresh fair value gap works even better. So jumping into the 1 minute time frame, right? So I'm looking to see what this gap does right here. So you see this 1 minute inversion here. So we had a fair value gap up here, and you must be wondering, hey, like, why are you not waiting for this gap to close? Well, that's because this gap was already mitigated, right? So as you can see here on the 1 minute, how we had that bearish fair value gap, which is here, and price used it to displace down, right? So therefore that fair value gap shouldn't really hold anymore. So the fresh fair value gap, which was printed, tapping into, well, again, this 5 minute fair value gap here, right? Oh. Tapping into that 5 minute fair value gap, we create a bearish fair value gap, and once that happens, I was just waiting for a closure above the zone, which was here. I did not enter on this sketchy candle here because I wasn't very convinced. Like, if I'm going to go long, I want a nice bullish close above this 1 minute inversion here. So I don't know if you guys see that, but I did mark my BE at this high, which was here. I don't know why it's like that, but so once price tapped into this structure here, I did go break even, because that is the trading plan. That is the plan that saves me losses, as I'll rather take the break even than the potential loss. Again, we were right in our so we were right in a sense, but again, it was probably like we filled in completely this 4 hour fair value gap here, which we had a nice wick, and price starts crumbling down. We get a breaker structure, tap into a fair value gap here, continues to do its thing, respecting that 4 hour and 1 hour time frame of being bearish. So yeah, what's interesting is this trade, right? So even though the 1 hour and the 4 hour were bearish, we had bullish intent, right, on the 5 minute, as we have this huge rip up, and we didn't get any bearish intent because ideally this 5 minute bearish fair value gap that I was mentioning before, ideally if we were bearish on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, that 5 minute, and price respects that area, ideally we are now in high time frame order flow, right? Which price wasn't ready to go down yet. Price wasn't ready to start making moves down here, which is what we got on this whole move down. So obviously we had some bullish intent. Again, I wasn't targeting any hourly highs or hourly lows. I was just targeting a 1 to 2, but I did get out a break even, because my model is based on kind of order flow and bullish intent, right? So when I see a huge move like this, I expect to continue, to make its move up. Again, like, I'll take the break even on the day. I'm pretty happy with the results, because I was correct with my bias and what I was thinking. So it's just about, taking saving capital, right? Risk management, and making sure that you're protecting your risk as much as you can, and when you're in profits, to protect those risks as much as you can. Not all trades will go your way. Um, but again, it's another trade where we didn't get that continuation. But one thing I did hope that we would get was that the fact that with this move up, we break structure, which is here. I'll label that for you guys. We break structure, which is here, and price it doesn't want to go right after we print this whole bullish candle here, this huge move up. Price is still not ready to go, right? And you would think that majority of the times and the majority of the trades I get, once we do have a bullish close like this, we normally rally without any drawdown. But again, I protected my risk just because um, majority of the times when we start making moves down, it just means that we are targeting a prices is a high probable of targeting even lower, maybe tap into this 5 minute inversion before kind of continuing up. So ideally we don't want to like be on the wrong side of that, if that makes sense. So like let's just say, for example, um let's just say this 5 minute, we displaced from this 5 minute fair value gap here, right? And price used it to take out previous liquidity or 1 minute highs up here, and continues to rally down, right, to tap into this 5 minute inversion, also sweeping these lows. And that's when the real move starts. So ideally we with my kind of trading plan, and how I take trades with the same model every single day, it kind of protects me from those 5 minute POIs that, if they want to hold, they will hold. But if they don't, I'll already be at break even by the time, the reversal kind of sets in. Um, but yeah, I did see that, we swept out um, these lows, which were here. And I just thought, oh no, sorry, not there. Uh, Sorry about that. How do I get rid of that? Go back button. Yep. So I did think that since we swept out these lows down here, and we didn't close below it with bullish, bearish intent, and we print this huge candle up, I was pretty convinced. But again, it's just what price does to you sometimes. That's it, kind of tests your patience. Um, Majority of the times I do win these, but I will take that break even, because I am following my plan. And with trading, you follow your plan, win or lose. So I'm not even mad about it. I am happy that I was correct in terms of my bias and how I was thinking. Um, it's just price, came back and tapped into this 1 minute inversion, also filling in these fair value gaps down here to continue to kind of take off and take profit here. So yeah, I'm not upset. I'm happy, as I said before, because I was correct. But again, following my plan. So there's sometimes market gives you that. I think yesterday we had the same trade like this, and it just, or like kind of similar with in terms of in terms of entries, right? Um, and price just continued to rip, right? We did not even come near my break even point, and prices continue to dump and dump and dump. So that's what my model is based on. It's based on order flow and that market structure shift kind of bullishness that we get when price breaks structure. We get that huge extension leg up, which is what we got here. But again, it wasn't as smooth. Therefore, I got stopped out and break even. But again, when we make a high and a low, when we break that high, we make an extension, and that's what you call a break of structure. Um, and unfortunately, we just didn't get that today, which I'm okay with. Again, I followed my plan, as I definitely would have been mad at myself if I didn't go break even at these highs up here. So at the end of the day, I'll definitely take that And yeah, I just want to tell you guys good luck for the rest of the week. Good luck to my girl. She's got an exam tomorrow for uni, so I'm really wishing her the best of luck. And also, um, yeah, make sure you guys risk manage if you guys are funded. Make sure you guys are protecting your risk as much as you can. And yeah, follow your trading plan and do you, right? Do you trade the way that helps you understand the market, because everyone understands it differently. And yeah, I guess that wraps it up for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully there will be a trade tomorrow. And yeah, peace.